Hi, this is Stranger C. The stock market S&P 500 last Friday just reached 3,200, which is just 5% from the historical high at from last year, 3,300, and the stock market itself probably is kind of doing the V-shaped recovery, as many people a few months ago that say it's not possible for V-shaped recovery for the stock market, since the unemployment rate is so high. So today I gotta say, it is time to sell the stock at this moment? Yes or no? Yes and no. The yes, because the unemployment rate is reached 60% from the Labor Department announced yesterday, and we kind of reached the 60% unemployment rate, which is the record high, have been record high since the Great Depressions. Means that we are at the same level of the unemployment rate at great recessions, and that's pretty horrible. Because you know what happened in 1930 Great Depressions? People every morning people go to the pier, light up for the jobs, scramble for the job that just pay for you the half of the salary compared to the before Great Depression time. So that's pretty horrible. And 40% of the unemployment rate, 40% of job loss is not coming back, which means that the consumer spending is gonna decline. It's gonna coming back for the few years, a few years later. So we kind of see the consumer spending is declining. However, the people buying the stock believe that we're gonna have the V-shaped economy or V-shaped employment as well. But I don't think that's the case, because once the job loss, it's gonna take years to really for the lost job come back to the normal. And I think this time would not be the exceptional. So the 40% job loss not coming back means that at least we will have the 10% unemployment rate for a while, and which means that the consumer spending, which compromised the 40% of the U.S. GDP, is gonna, it's gonna hurt a lot. So I think the stock market right now is basically spurred by the stimulation plan, and is the stock market high is overbought by the people who expect the V-shaped recovery from our economy. But I don't think it takes years to go back to the normality. And of course, we already passed the worst scenario of the pandemic. We are in the better shape compared to a few months ago. And so probably at end of the June or July, the stimulation plan or the people's overboard, the stimulation plan is gonna drop a little bit. The effect of the stimulation play is gonna drop a little bit, and I believe that the stock market will come back a little bit, maybe more. And so I think it's time to sell some stock. But do we sell all of them? Do we sell all of the stock position and go for the short position? I don't think so. It's all about allocations and the risk management. Because there's always some probability that stock will go up maybe 10% more, or maybe there's some probability that stock will go down tomorrow. We just don't know. So what we need to do is that we need to still keep some stocks positions, and we need to keep some cash as the risk is getting more. So what I suggest is that you just buy some big tech like Microsoft, Apple's, which might not be impacted by the second wave of pandemic because of their cash positions. They have piles of cash, and avoid those smaller size and poor cash management company, and also buy the industry that might not be impacted by the second wave of pandemic, or that might not impact by the decline of the consumer consumptions. As we know that unemployment rate is gonna stay at least 10% for a while, so the consumer spending is not coming back to the normals of 2019. So what I say is 5G is a good position. So what is Broadcom, Apple's, Qualcomm's, and Microsoft, Nvidia, maybe Johnson & Johnson's. Of course, you can invest some aggressive position like the Tesla, but it's all about allocation and risk management. You can invest like 5%, 3% of your portfolio in Tesla. But I don't think you want to invest 70% of that, because as I say, there are always probability. You might earn 100 in the bull market, but you probably will lose 80% in the bear market. So if you want to accumulate your wealth in the long term, not just in the short term, what I suggest that is you need to match your allocations and risk management. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.